I am God. I've designed a new theory of divine, perpetual, economic growth. This theory works hand in hand with healthcare, tax, and income equality bill. These ideas obviously need to be refined by governments of each nation. These are base ideas that produce an infinite loop of currency activity. In the class for poor and rich, there are different aspects that drive to the other classes. In the rich class, there is a low corporate tax rate. There's also a high tax rate on income. But this tax rate is on a percentage scale, which increases based on yearly income for everyone. So the low would have a low tax rate, the middle class would have a medium tax rate, and rich would have a high tax rate. But this money from the higher tax rates would be sent more so to the low income earners, and the low income earners would get a minimum income. It would be half of a new minimum wage that would more regulate a yearly income that's manageable for owning a house, being independent. As I said, the minimum income would be half of the minimum wage. So then the poor class is going to be sending new demand to the middle class and mostly to the rich class. This demand for products, houses, cars, everything is going to actually increase the upper class's holdings, the middle class's holdings, and increase their currency activity quite a bit. Everyone should see infinite growth forever once this plan is completely put in place. I will put a schematic up that will diagram this loop that I speak of. Again, this is basic and needs to be more refined for each nation. Also, it has safety nets for bubbles on either end or hoarding. It has safeguards for all of this. Even if there is a bubble created, it'll be filled with concrete. They're not going to pop. So, we get back to the stock market. This system's going to stop corruption in the stock market also. There's been times in history where certain families will influence markets to produce lower than desired effects on the stock market, which they capitalize on by buying extremely low with their hoarded money. Then they multiply their coffers over and over with each tragic event that happens to us. So, we can fix this with this infinite loop of wealth growth for all classes. It seems like a no-brainer. It seems foolish not to take this opportunity. This is going to give everybody a chance in the stock market. Most people go for a long-term investment. They go with a company they believe in. They want to succeed. And they want to get an investment or dividend with the hope that that company is doing good. And so are they. Let's get rid of the corruption out of this. Let's make it fair for everyone. Let's put a balance to where this loop will restrain a bit on the classes getting too out of line to where there is no chance to catch the rich. Now, again, there's going to be plenty of rich people, and they're going to have billions and probably trillions eventually. So, again, this will probably increase that wealth faster. Let's not be afraid of this. Let's not be afraid of being charitable, which is going to produce safety in our communities. That's going to eradicate poverty. Eventually, it will. That is the plan in this economic threshold that has never been met before. And what's it from? It's from being good and kind.